It was a very popular sport. We got engravings going right back to the 1820s, showing the huge crowds of people that were there.
There was trains laid on to bring people from London, especially to come down and watch these skating matches. There's all sorts of stories about over 4,000 people going through the turnstiles at Littleport.
It was a sort of cup final atmosphere of the day back in the 19th century, and the champions of skaters were very important people and much respected.
Turkey Smart and Got to Purchase and some of these guys like that, they were the heroes of the day. Why Turkey Smart got the name of Turkey Smart. He was one of the first people to skate with both his arms behind his back, with his chest stuck out, and he looked like a turkey strutting about the farmyard.
Larman Register, the big Littleport man of the 1850s, once for a bet raced against a train on the railway between Littleport and Ely, and the story is that despite the fireman from the train throwing cinders onto the ice as the train went over a river bridge, he still skated into Ely half a minute before the train arrived in the station, so he won his bet.
Bearing in mind it was the Victorian age, it was the mid-1800s, gentlemen wanted to get hold of this skating business in the Fens and say, let's regularise it, let's put it into some sort of format. And the upshot was that in 1879 the National Skating Association was formed in Cambridge.
They drew up various regulations for racing and distances and the type of skates that should be used.
It is quite unusual to think that back in 1893 or whatever it was, we actually had the world champion. The best speed skater in the world came from Welney.
There are still posters to this day in Holland of James Smart. Such was the high regard that the Dutch had for his skating ability.
Once the Norwegian skates arrived on the scene, then so did the Norwegians, and they had months and months of hard winter weather to practice in, and so they could outclass both the Fen skaters and the Dutch skaters, and they started taking all the international titles. It knocked out James Smart's career as a champion skater, but James Smart bounced back in a different way. He set up as the sole agent for the Hagen racing skates, and it's his franchise that's then passed on to J.H. Adams in Littleport, and so the shop sort of takes on the premier skating import franchise in the country.